So, we'd like to welcome you to our debut podcast. I'm Kathy, and this is Julius. And we just have great conversations about Jesus and about Christianity, and we wanted to share with you a little bit about myself. I'm a retired professional who is a wife, a mother, a nana, and just a real basic, general, run of the mill kind of gal. And I have a lot of questions, and Julius has been very good about answering them. But Julius has a more interesting story. So, you want to tell him about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Julius, as Kathy said. I'm a father of three, a pastor, an author. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Julius, the burning question for many people might be, what brought you to Kansas? I mean, rural Kansas. And where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Kenya. Of course, most of you know Kenya is in Africa. I came in US back in the year 2022. I was coming for my studies at Southern Methodist University, and after I graduated with my master's degree, then I got the opportunity to serve with the United Methodist Church here at Kansas Great Plains Conference.
Wonderful. We are so grateful to have you. Um, you have an interesting journey. Um, all of us have had stuff go on in our lives, ups and downs, mountains and valleys. And you said you're an author. This is your latest book. Well, yeah, you have a study guide to go with it. But it talks about your journey. Can you share with us a little bit about your journey? And I know for many of us, when we go through hard things, it's hard to stay faithful or don't understand what God's doing what's happening there, but you address it so beautifully in that book, which I would encourage anybody to read. If you think you've got it rough, you need to read what other people are going through. So tell us a little bit about your journey and what brought you to what's strengthening your faith currently.
Yeah, I'll say something about the book that I wrote about, rising from pain to purpose, grace in the valleys. It is born out of the pain and the experiences that I've gone through in my life. Recently, I lost my wife, and out of that experience, I gathered a lot of things in my life and I put them together in a book. Going way back to how I grew up in the village with my mom. We didn't have like a rich family. We grew up in a very small village in Africa, in the rural. I think I've said a lot about poverty lifestyle and how we grew up in that kind of life. My mom alone was a single mother. Yeah,
that would be hard.
Yeah. and she was not employed. She didn't have formal education. She had 4 sons. And you can imagine how I struggled with one son. And she had 4 of us.
For sure.
Yeah, so I have shared about those experiences, and then later in my ministry, the challenges that I faced in the ministry. Given that I didn't have good, foundation laid down before. And so I had to do like laying foundation myself, taking myself to school, taking myself to church, and it's like forming myself through my own ways without good mentorship.
What made you want to do that? Were you just born with I want to know more. Who is this God? Did you know about Jesus? I mean, how did it kind of start? Was it just always there? Like for me, we were raised in the church, so I've never not known who Jesus is. But I have a whole different kind of background, middle class, all the regular kind of stuff. Didn't have challenges like you did. So when did it start for you?
Typically in Africa, most places you'll find churches everywhere, people worshiping and all that. But we, as a family, we didn't have like that, Christian family.
Right.
Yeah. But my mom would always send us to church. Like go to the church, and she was not all that committed at the beginning of her life, or she was not really a committed Christian. but of course, later in life, she became very committed after I got saved.
Right.
So I would say I am the one who brought light to our family.
Wonderful.
Because when I got saved back in 1999, I remember very well. Actually, not 99, but 1998.
Wow.
Well, when I got saved, saved means like that's the time I discovered who I was.
Okay.
I was still going to church, but that's the day or the moment I realized there is something beyond going to church.
Okay.
There's a relationship I needed, and that relationship with Jesus transformed my life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that. That's such a beautiful story. I know there's we have a prayer warriors group, and there's a bunch of ladies. If you can't tell, I could be his mother. Our golden girls, and you know, most of us grew up pretty in a Christian home, and so those moments of having that light come on, or that being saved, where you really understand your purpose, I feel like, for at least for me, and I know I've talked to a couple of the other ladies, is a little less defined. So I love that. That's a beautiful story. You know, one thing we were talking about was we were planning for this was our purpose in life. And so that's kind of when your purpose kind of started forming, to share where you were, or tell me a little about that.
Yeah, you know, when you grow up in such an environment, it's not even conducive for your spiritual growth.
I bet.
Because people need to know actually is that the flesh and the spirit always compete, and there is no way you can separate both. Right. Because we exist in the flesh and the spirit exists within us. So if you are facing poverty and suffering always, the spirit will not be very comfortable.
Right.
I would rather say salvation with prosperity is better than salvation with poverty.
Okay.
I mean, if you discover Jesus and you are blessed materially, it's better. I don't mean that those who are living in poverty, they don't experience like the faith we have, but there are so many challenges and limitations sometimes.
So it like takes your focus away.
Yeah, it takes your focus away. Like, you can imagine, yes, you spend the whole night praying in the church, and you are going back, you don't have school fees.
Oh, right.
Like, you've been praying, trusting God for a miracle, and then you are chased out of school. You keep on wondering, what kind of a prayer is this?
Yeah.
This God who says I'll provide is not providing as I thought. So it brings a lot of challenges to you as a child, especially when you are a child. Of course, when you mature enough, then you discover the purpose. But before then, you have a lot of questions to God. I had a lot to ask with, to ask God and to ask other people, church elders. I mean, what is this Christianity?
Right.
That we pray every day, yet we are suffering.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting. I obviously never been in poverty, so I don't know what that's like. But I think growing up in middle class, it's easier to be open to it, just like you said. I don't have as many struggles. But I also don't have as many needs to say, Jesus, can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Because things are they're pretty good. So I think we could kind of get stuck in our own ego. And for me, it's like, things are good. I don't need you. I don't think I've ever done that. But you lose track just because you don't have any reason to ask for much, It's interesting. I noticed in the Bible, reading through there, a lot of the people, of course, in the Old Testament, there's a lot of kings. So people who have things have not in poverty, that kind of thing. But in the New Testament, when Jesus was here, he really focused on those that had nothing. You can kind of see that when you're down to the I have nothing, you're all I have now. It was maybe they didn't have to give up because they had nothing to give up when they wanted to go and follow Jesus. But yet they still did it. So it's amazing to me. The whole thing is very interesting. So you've had, one of the questions that I've had recently is when I watch people, who go through so many challenges, losing people that are so important to them. I mean, I've done, obviously, as you go through life, everybody loses somebody, but I think, okay, God, I know it's all about your plan, which of course you don't share with everybody. You know, I get that sometimes. But so this is to help me grow in some way in my faith. But you know what? How did you go through that? Losing your grandma, your mother, your wife in a fairly short period of time. How did you have? I mean, tell us a little bit about your journey there.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating experience for me because I remember I left Kenya in August 2022,
Uh-huh.
came here for studies, and I left my family back home, my wife with the 3 children. Jason was 4 months
Uh-huh. Oh
that
my
time.
gosh.
And I would imagine how I'm living out with those 2 girls and 4 months child. But because of faith again, we keep on trusting God that where we are going, we will make it, and those who are left behind, God will take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I came here, and in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
my grandma was seriously sick, and there's nothing much I could do because I was far away.
Right.
But I remember I traveled back home in December 22.
Okay.
So I stayed only 3 months, and then I went back home again to see them. Then it became worse. I think 23 was so worse, and she passed on August 23. That summer. It was
Mm-hmm.
summer, I remember. I had just traveled again. Remember, I was back home in December of
Right.
22 and again in summer 23.
Okay.
And now, after seeing her in the hospital, we had a good time. She was discharged from the hospital,
Oh wow.
taken home. Then I left her and went on my way
Mm-hmm.
to US.
Uh-huh.
Just before departing from Jomo Kenyatta Airport, then I received a call that early morning. It was around 9 a.m. And they told me my grandma has passed on. Remember, now you are about to leave, so you can't cancel the tickets.
No. Too expensive for
Too
sure.
expensive.
Yeah.
You have already checked in.
Yeah.
You are already in there waiting to
Oh my
depart.
gosh.
So it's like, just now.
Yeah.
The timing was
Mm-hmm.
not the right one. So I would rather not even hear the reports.
Uh-huh.
Fly fast, arrive, then hear it later.
Yeah.
But then it came when I'm just departing from Kenya to US. And so it was so devastating from, Kenya all the way, 26 hours.
A long flight.
Long flight. Then arriving back to school, you have a lot of assignments to do. 4 is here. Yeah. You have to start your classes. And my mom was very sick at that point.
Oh my
mom was struggling with the stage 4 cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And
this was her mother?
Yes, her mother.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember we grew up in our grandma's home.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom was never married.
Right.
So we were brought up by the two of them.
Okay. So she
these
was
are
another
two
mom.
very strong women in my life.
Yes.
Like, these are two key pillars of my life. One of them is like my father, the other one is my mom. Because this one has given us a home, has given us a place to live. She's our father, and she has died. And my mom, now my stress was, I was trying to imagine, my mom is battling stage 4 cancer, and she's going to bury her mother.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the whole thing and the pain and the experiences and all this. It was so painful.
Yes.
Yeah. And she was losing the battle. I could see she was losing the battle.
Oh.
Yeah.
And well, when you're having to go through something so heart-wrenching anyway, that doesn't help you heal, or battle your illness. Oh my gosh. So then shortly after that, your mom, did she decline quickly, or what happened with her?
Yeah, now after the burial of my grandma, which I did not manage to travel because I could not.
You just got here.
Yeah, I just got here. Then I had to travel back home in the December of 23.
Okay.
So then my mom was so sick, and when I left her in December, then I came back so that I begin my spring classes. then she was admitted to hospital.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and she never left the hospital. She stayed there for 3 months and died.
Oh my goodness.
So I had again to travel back.
Mm-hmm.
This was so painful because I remember I traveled to Kenya in the month of, I think it was February, end of February there. And I stayed with my mom for 2 weeks. I was doing my online classes now because I could not do both.
Oh, sure.
So I'm with her for 2 weeks, going to hospital to see her, encourage her, support her, and then she tells me, now you can go back to school, I'll be fine. So I traveled back to school on a Tuesday. Then arriving on a Tuesday, of course in Kenya now it will be on a Wednesday.
Okay.
On Thursday in Kenya, I received a call from the hospital. And because I was the next of kin,
right?
And they called me and they said, "Where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm not around, but I can organize somebody to come and see mom." And they said, "We want to see you." I said, "Is it serious?" They said, "Yeah, it might be serious." "Is it about the hospital bills?" They said, "No, we need to discuss something." Then I said, "I may not be able to come, but I will send my brothers. But also let me know if it is about the bills or anything else, then I can sort out." And they said, "No, you need to be here." And so, of course, my brothers went and they were informed that my mom died that night. So you can imagine less than 72 hours.
Yeah.
I've just traveled from Kenya to US, coming to do my assignments. And remember, this is the time I'm preparing for my graduation in May. We're in March now. I'm supposed to graduate in May. I'm supposed to submit my thesis, my assignments, and all these things so that now I can wrap up everything and graduate in May.
Right.
And I mean, it was so bad. Like, I did not believe what was happening.
Yeah.
Actually, I see as if it was a movie, like it's not a real life.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was on Thursday and on Friday. I stayed in my house. People visited me, some of our friends. Then on Saturday, I asked God to guide me on the way forward. And that night, I paid my ticket to travel back to Kenya. Yes.
So you got to be there for your mom's funeral?
Yes. Yeah, this one I said I can't miss.
Right.
So I traveled on Sunday. That was the longest journey I have ever traveled. I mean, it was so long.
Oh my gosh.
But God gave me grace to travel. I went home and we were able to do the burial.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks again, I came back.
Yeah. You guys, from what I gathered, your Kenyan funerals are quite a celebration. You don't do just a little short thing. It's a celebration of life. A wonderful tribute to
like
life.
Here it's very short service. If it was like American culture, it's very short and very simple. But again, in our context and our culture, life is celebrated when you die also. When you are born, when you die, people celebrate you. People cry. It's a mixed of people crying and celebrating.
Yeah.
So you'll find long meetings, people coming every evening to visit their family in their home and sing, pray, share devotions.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a communal thing.
So you think at this point, that's enough. I've had enough. This is good. I go back to the United States and finish your degree, and nothing else is going to happen, right? Because that's been enough.
Yeah.
And then, is that the year that you got assigned to us? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a year that I was doing interviews. Remember, I was also doing interviews. I was coming here.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy too. And then that journey of you being here and then trying to make arrangements for your family to come, which was super exciting for those of us in the congregation trying to help that process out a little bit. And then they all got here was it November?
In November.
November, yeah.
2024 November.
Yep, in November, which was super exciting. And then you get another even more serious devastation. Do you want to talk about it, or we could just skip over that? It hasn't even been a year.
Yeah, I'm still processing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to think and to ask God why. Of course, in my book, I've tried to, to talk about it, but that was so devastating.
Yes.
Because November, when they arrived here as a family, we were so happy.
Yes.
The church was happy. Everybody, you remember, we had that, lunch together, all of us, and inviting Carol and the children to be with us. But she was very sick. She was not able even to enjoy the food or the fellowship. She was so sick. And so immediately the following day we went to the hospital because she arrived. She was very sick that night. The following day she was still very sick. So I was thinking the winter problem, because it was so cold, and she was coming from the other side of the world.
Right, and you guys weren't used to that.
Yeah, we're not used to that cold. So I thought, she's coughing a lot and all this. So we had to see the doctor, and it was an emergency case, and therefore from there the story developed. It became complicated
very quickly.
Very quickly things changed. We started another journey that was not in my plan.
No, with your 3 kids in a country they've never been in before.
They've never been here before.
Culture they're completely foreign to.
They are going to a new school. It is winter, winter is not welcoming.
And we do winter. we definitely do winter.
So it's like, I have to take them to school. I have to take my wife to the hospital.
Yeah.
I have to preach every Sunday.
Yeah.
2 churches. Everything was new. The sickness, the country we are in, the community, everything.
Right.
I don't know how we maneuvered to be here today.
I don't know how you did either. I can't even get my head around that.
Yeah.
Did you get mad? Did you ever get frustrated with God? And why? Why me? Why her? Why this situation? Did you have to deal? You're so faithful anyway, but it had to be somewhat frustrating. Or was it ever? Or did you know He had a purpose for you? And no. You have lows too. You human that you are.
You cannot spiritualize everything.
No. No, because
it reaches a point that you feel like, no, this is not the one I wanted. This is not how I wanted it. In as much as I am saved, I am a Christian, I am a pastor, I'm preaching every Sunday, but I think God is not fair.
Right.
Yeah.
I would feel the same, I'm sure.
I just said, God, you're not fair. It's not, this is not good for me.
Right.
Yeah. There could be a reason for it, but I felt at some point, I think I've gone through a lot.
Yes.
Of course, people die. You can lose your father, your mother, your wife. You can lose them, but not at once, like within 2 years.
Right.
And you're in a foreign land, and you're struggling again. And you are the only one.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. You're in charge of so much.
You're in charge so much and so involving, and you have a lot that you are doing, and you have to finish.
Yeah.
Because of the timelines that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was not easy for me, Kathy. I said, one night I remember I went to pray. I could not pray. I could not read the Bible. I just said, it's okay. Do as you wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was mad to tell God that, God, you know what? You created all of us. Whatever you want to do, do it.
That's like the ultimate humbling, right?
Yes.
Being, I have to turn it all over to you because I have no control anymore. Oh my gosh, I can't really get my head around it. It's a lot. And interesting, I think I've told you this before, is in your journey as a pastor, when you came in so enthusiastic with such a strong relationship with Christ and wanting the desire to share that with us, and then to see you go through that journey. And sometimes you really didn't ever lose that, but you could see the days that it was weighing on you.
Yeah.
In your sermons, and you know, just us to watch, it was hard, but yeah, we weren't going through it with you, like in it as deeply as you had to deal with it. But you know, you've been a really good model for us to see it can be done. You can get through it. You can still maintain your relationship with God. It's going to get rocky for all of us.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I think it's okay to question him. You know, all throughout the Bible, his followers questioned him, like, you know, or went off the path. I mean, we all go off the path. And it's okay as long as we remember to come back.
Yeah, as long as we
Uh-huh.
remember to come back home.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, it reached a point that my relationship with God became so personal.
Mhm. Right?
Very personal. It's not about the religion. It's
Uh-huh.
not about whatever people think about Christianity.
Mhm.
It's about my relationship with God.
Right.
So we were talking
Mhm.
like one-on-one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So sometimes I was not even praying, but we are talking.
Yes.
I will go sit down and say, now assume God is seated next to me.
Uh-huh.
And then we start talking.
You know, I love that because honestly, I've never felt like I'm a good prayer,
Yeah.
you know, but I can have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I guess that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm not, I don't know, but praying seems a little more formal, you know, because pastors always do it such a good job. But yeah, I can have a conversation. I think that's, and you mentioned something else, which will be another podcast episode, is Christianity, my relationship, our personal relationship with our God versus religion. You know, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
So anyway, not for today. You had mentioned yesterday one of your favorite passages, Jeremiah 1:4-5, about our purpose. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Jeremiah 1:4-5. This verse, or these two verses actually, I read them when I was 17 years old.
Wow. And you remember? Did you remember? I can't remember the...
Anyway,
Anyway, go ahead. Good job.
This is the time I got saved. You know, I got saved at 16, and then
Yeah.
at 17, I started preaching.
Uh-huh.
So...
Well, you don't let any grass grow under your feet. You just go.
Yeah. And so Jeremiah spoke to me, because Jeremiah himself, when he starts writing Jeremiah, he says, I am a youth. I mean, I feel like I do not qualify.
Right.
I'm not worthy. And so I connected with Jeremiah because I was a youth.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Jeremiah. I felt like I'm not worthy.
Right.
I do not deserve to become a
Uh-huh.
preacher. I don't have the qualifications.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those who are in Methodist, they know the Methodist structures. They need a lot of, you know, processes,
Oh boy.
a lot of tests, a lot of stand days, and all this paperwork. And for you to become a pastor, you have to do a lot of things. So I looked at the entire process and I said, oh Lord, I don't qualify to become a Methodist minister.
Right.
I don't have the qualifications. I don't have all what they need. My family background does not even allow me to qualify. So Jeremiah 1:4-5, Jeremiah says, the word of the Lord came to me saying, before I knew you. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it says, then the word of the Lord came unto me saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before you cometh forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Oh, now I get this. Totally goes with your story.
That time I was only 17. For sure, I didn't have qualifications.
Oh my God.
And for sure, I didn't know I would be in America. I mean, I could not see it.
Yeah.
But that prophecy, that you become a prophet to all nations, and you shall not fear them, you shall not be afraid of their faces, you shall face them and speak the word.
Yes.
It came to pass, actually. It has come to pass in my lifetime, because today, as I speak to you, I'm far away from Kenya. I'm in
Yes, you
America.
are.
Yeah. So all the
Uh-huh.
qualifications that I was like telling God I do not have, God gave me.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes. That's such a wonderful story. I think, wow. I mean, and you stuck with it. I mean, I'm sure there were times
Yeah.
where you were like, I can't do this. I mean, but you always had faith that it was going to work out. Is that right?
Yeah, because He says, I knew you before I
Right.
formed you.
Yep.
And so whatever was happening in my life and whatever has been happening in my life, it reminds me that God knows and why.
Uh-huh.
And so I keep on going back to the same verse that God knew me.
Yes. So he has a purpose, and he's
Yes.
going to shape us
Yes.
with whatever experiences he has put in front of us. But another topic for another day is we still behave in our own ways, and there's consequences for the way we behave,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So so I mean, and there's bad in the world that we can either recognize and steer away from, or recognize and go towards. That's another. Well, we have a lot of things to talk about. Your story is just so beautiful. I know it's very hard to be the one living it from an outsider looking in. It's just such a testament to staying faithful in those hard times.
Yeah.
When you're in the fire with Daniel, and feel like you're being burned up alive, but come out not unscathed, but definitely changed.
Yeah.
For sure. I just love it. So I think maybe that's a wrap for today. Do you think?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Absolutely.
I appreciate so much.
Yeah. We will be back. We have
Yeah, we'll be
questions.
back. Keep on watching. There's a lot to
There
share.
is.
There's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot we can share.
And I'll put a link to this in the notes.
Yeah.
But this one can be purchased on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then there's a study guide coming out soon. And we'll get that figured out too. So
Yeah.
Yay.
That study guide is so nice.
I know
It's not a day devotional book.
my husband does not read often. He is reading this.
Yes.
And we bought the study guide, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, he's kind of ahead of me. I mean, I've read the book already, but I haven't started the study guide. But so
Yeah.
again, you're bringing people into the flock that maybe are a little bit, dragging their feet a little. So well done. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Julius.
Awesome.